Hello and welcome to the Streamline and Shine podcast. My name is Steph Bolton and I'm 1/3 of Bolton Virtual Solutions, a team made up of me, Mum, and my two daughters, Sam and Amy. Our family virtual assistant agency's absolute passion is helping time-poor female entrepreneurs with those ridiculously long to-do lists, because we all know how they get longer instead of shorter, so that they're able to focus on doing what they love. You're going to want to stick around if you find yourself constantly just doing this thing quickly instead of spending time with your family, or if you look at your list of tasks and feel like crying, or even if you're just simply wondering how to manage your time better and delegate to your team. We're going to be covering topics from social media to marketing, systems and processes to outsourcing, and so much more, so that you can see what's possible for you and your business. So let's get stuck in. Hello and welcome back to Streamline and Shine with me, Steph Bolton from Bolton Virtual Solutions. And as I'm recording this, it's my first official day fully self-employed. I had my last day at the day job yesterday, so I am ready and raring to go now that I can give it all of my energy and more time. So this week, I wanted to talk to you about a topic that always comes up when we speak to people just like you. CEOs and founders who have a business that's working, got clients, the money's coming in regularly. So from the front, it looks shiny and like everything's working perfectly. Behind the scenes, however, a bit of a shit show if you're honest with yourself. And that isn't to call you out, put you down, or say what you've built is absolute crap. It just means that you need to change a few things so that you're able to continue growing and eventually scale the business. Okay, let's get into it. You're going to love this if you've already been thinking, this is me. Okay, so what do I actually mean about things being a bit of a shit show in the back end of your business? There'll be signs that things might start to fall apart if your business goes through another phase of growth. And these signs can be small, but they should definitely be taken notice of. So some examples: missed emails. Have you missed a deadline recently? Or an email with an inquiry from a potential client? These are examples, but this means that you need to have a look into why they've been missed, especially if it's happened more than once. Have you got systems in place that feel a bit clunky, a bit outdated, a bit messy? Is it easy for things to go unnoticed in them, or deadlines get missed every now and then? Maybe your team doesn't know who should be doing what, so it's sometimes a bit of a free-for-all. If this is the case for you, you'd need to do a systems audit. Or have you found the opposite happening? So your team or even you have been duplicating tasks or answering emails, etc. That is another sign that these processes need looking at. And it might seem obvious, but I want to talk to you about why broken systems and processes can mean burnout for your business instead of growth. So there are the more common points, such as the things I've mentioned, like missed emails, duplication of work, or systems not really doing what you'd hope they'd do for the business. But what else can it lead to? So let's imagine the scenario for a second. You've suddenly got an influx of new clients, so everyone's extra busy and feeling the pressure a bit, including you, which is normal. So the last thing you need is the things that I've already mentioned happening, let alone 2 of the clients booking in at the same time for their calls. They all get chased twice for their contract signatures, even though they were completed the other day, and for some reason they haven't received their welcome packs. Not the best first impression, yeah? So what's the easiest solution that so many business owners turn to? Doing it yourself. So you know it's done right, because it's quicker than explaining it to someone else so that they can do it, and so you know that it's a job done. And when you do this, imagine how it makes your team members feel. Deflated, embarrassed, upset, and then everyone, including you, ends up going into burnout because you're all checking, double checking, and triple checking that things are done properly. So what could you do instead? First thing I would do is reassure the team. Make them feel better that it's not one person's fault that these things have happened. These mistakes have occurred because there aren't robust systems in place. Then rectify the issue. So delegate bits of it to the team so that they can deal with it and sort out what's happened. You can do the bits that only you can do, and then it will be time to give your systems a massive audit so it doesn't happen again. Quick pause before we jump into what the back end of your business should look like. So if you're listening to this and thinking, yep, that's me, there's things happening like that all the time, My systems feel like they're a bit of a mess and I don't know where to start. Then you need to know about the Back to Business Boost. It's our no BS VA package designed to take the chaos out of your systems, content and admin and get you running like a proper CEO again, minus the stress. Free up hours every week and finally have that breathing room that you crave to grow. The best part, you don't need to hire an entire team because we come in, streamline the lot over the course of 3 months and hand you back in control. If that sounds like exactly what you need, head to the link in the show notes and check out the Back to Business Boost. Plus, if you sign up during August, you can enjoy a 4-part payment plan and spread the cost just that little bit further. So let's have a think what a solid back end should look like in your business. Client onboarding would be the first thing to look at, so it's a seamless process for anyone new coming into your world. How can you automate it so time can be spent elsewhere? Another thing you can do is SOPs. They are always a good place to start. SOPs are going to be absolutely priceless when it comes to delegating to your team or outsourcing, especially if it's a new task they've not done before. So you'll basically record once how the process happens, and then you can send the SOP to the person taking over the task, and then they'll be on their way. Easy as that. Another thing is your marketing and content. This does not have to be complicated or massively time consuming. There are loads of ways you can make this easier and faster, but still have the same impact. So I've just given you 3 ways to simplify and streamline your processes. Systems can take a little bit of time to set up and get going, but you will save yourself hours when they're automated. And you'll also save a lot of time reassuring your team because there'll be less mistakes happening. Now, I would love to know what you could tweak, change, overhaul, introduce to make your business more streamlined. There are plenty of ways to contact us in the show notes, so get in our DMs and let us know. Next week, I'll be back with another episode that's all about stopping time leaks and using your time more wisely. So until then, keep streamlining and shining. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Streamline and Shine. If you have questions on what we covered inside, please feel free to reach out to us on Instagram at Bolton_virtual_solutions, or you can email us at teambolton@boltonvirtualsolutions.co.uk. We absolutely love hearing from our amazing community and are always here to support you. If you'd like to be interviewed on a future episode, please drop us an email letting us know which topic you'd like to speak about and we'll get back to you. See you on the next episode, lovelies. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Streamline and Shine. If you have questions on what we covered inside, please feel free to reach out to us on Instagram at Bolton_virtual_solutions, or you can email us at teambolton@boltonvirtualsolutions.co.uk. We absolutely love hearing from our amazing community and are always here to support you. If you'd like to be interviewed on a future episode, please drop us an email letting us know which topic you'd like to speak about and we'll get back to you. See you on the next episode, lovelies.